What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrenching Wrecked. We are at the coating shop today, jamming away on some of this gym equipment. Finished up some wheels. It is wheel time, like wheel party. We got these wheel faces, a couple little tractor wheels. We just finished up some really nice BMW M series, real deep dish, aggressive tires, run flats, performance run flats, I think, or some sort, or just really stiff sidewall track street tires. But nice lips. These all came out really nice. It's hard to see in the dark. I'll roll this out. King Sport gray. Nice gunmetal finish on there. Came out really nice. Happy with those. So I've been jamming on this all morning, and then while waiting on stuff in the oven and getting stuff prepped and rotating colors through, got to play with the truck. And I think we're ready for our first official. I know I've primered this thing pretty much. I've been working on this door for about a week. I'll take a look at where I'm kind of at now. But I scuffed the fender with 220 and the door with 220. I didn't do the top section yet. I don't really care. I'm not going to try priming and masking all that off yet. That'll all get an actual coat of 2K primer, but we're only going to do a quick rattle can one for now, just so I can get a better visual with a nice monotone color. Thin little coat, but door and fender is what we're going to do right now. And then we can kind of see a little overspray up here. Won't matter all that much. I'll tape that section off maybe. So a couple more minutes of taping, and then let's throw some actual primer on here. I got some U-Pole aerosol filler primer, so we're going to give that a shot. But I think it should be close. This crease was such a pain to get dialed in. Been adding filler, taking filler away, adding filler, take it away. But I think I had this in a quick prime last night. The thing's too big to fit in any sort of garage or leave it in a shop, so essentially every day I do body work on this. Any of the bare metal spots I gotta reprime, and then I'm scuff sanding again every single day. So I just want to see what this looks like in a nice monotone lower door section and fender. I know it's kind of piecemealed together, but Dottie's been jamming away on sanding the rest of this. This is all 220 scuffed. It's hard to see. I mean, you can kind of see it up here, but 220 scuffed except for this. I told her to stay away from that until I do the eraser wheel on there. And then this back in here, obviously, I can't really get to all those spots without the bed off. So essentially, once the bed comes off, I want to be able to have this thing prepped and ready for an actual thing of primer. And we're only doing the door forward, so this can be done. And I wanted to finish this before I moved on to the rocker panel, or the cab corner, and then the rocker panel on the other side. So we'll kind of see how today goes. If I feel real motivated once this is all painted, maybe I'll start jamming away on the rest of it, but one panel at a time. We started with the hood, then this side fender, then the door. Next up will either be that cab corner or the rocker on the driver's side. Bed's got to come off to do that proper anyway, so I might start with the rocker first because I still keep using this as a truck. Finished taping off what I care for. Shouldn't come anywhere near that window, but U-Pole filler primer. We're going to give this a shot. Again, not a body guy, so I don't really know exactly how to do this. And this is, again, temporary filler before we actually do a 2K prime on here. I know I'll probably have to rescuff it and resand it again once we get everything all done and masked off, but that's okay. It is what it is. So let's see how this works. I've never used this can before. Ooh. It's not as thick as I expected. Might have to do a couple dusting coats. Hey, how's it going? All right. First time using that. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Fingers covered. It wasn't really spraying very well or very consistently, but whatever. It's a quick temporary patch, and then with some primer on there, I can actually get a guide coat on and kind of see what we're looking at. And it's protected, so that's really all we were going for. I think it already looks better in gray, but it ran a little up here. I can't tell if that's just the color from the primer or the discoloration. Probably should have did a sealer of some sort first, but again, it's quick in a can bodywork for now. Final paint job will not be in a can, and you're not going to get the same build characteristics out of a rattle can as you are with an actual primer. So we'll see what that looks like in a little bit when it dries. Definitely a little thin on that lower section. I wonder if there's enough in the can to try and level that a tiny bit more. I doubt it. Maybe it was. It's all she wrote. So we'll let that dry. We'll come back in a little bit and I'll pull it out in the sun and we'll see how good or bad I did on the bodywork. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. Nowhere near dry, but figured I'd get it out in the sun. You can definitely see the, it's one coat from the can. That's all I got on the fender and the door. It's a pretty big piece. A little bit of a run there, there. That's kind of that body line. I might need to do a little more body filler in there. I don't know how well this will show up on camera, but it seems to be in pretty good shape, so it's close. A couple more coats of filler on there and I think we should be all right. Not filler, but a couple more coats of primer on there should help. So front, I don't know, we'll do a sealer or something and then an actual 2K, but I'm not going to go too crazy since it is going to get scuffed and primed with actual 2K. But it's at least one color, way better than it was for the last handful of days. We'll see. Now I gotta go figure out what Daddy wants to do today. Got the door done. Paint's been drying all day, well, a couple hours. So it looks like a low spot, but it's really just bleeding through on the base coat. So this is not the final, this is not the finished version of primer. This is just the, I'm done working on the door, so now we're ready to move on to other parts. But came over to the barn, hooked the trailer up. Swap meet tomorrow morning at WALNECK'S in Woodstock, but the weather is supposed to be crap. So I've been kind of kicking it back and forth. Talked to a couple buddies that I usually go out there with or meet up with when we're vending, and they are not vending because the weather looks like shit, let's be honest. They're calling for thunderstorms early in the morning and then rain. There's a good chance it might rain the entire time and I won't sell a thing. However, all of my parts are in here. Why not bring the trailer? I mean, I'm gonna go out there anyway, even if I'm not vending. I'm not anticipating it being very busy at all, but if it is downpouring, I'd rather have a trailer to stand in if the weather is absolutely terrible like they're calling for. So leave it to me to be the one that wants to be optimistic and hope that it'll get better. But what we got to do now is, I've been digging parts in and out of here, so we got to clean this up a little bit and get everything re-strapped down for the swap. Worst case, if the weather's terrible and there's a handful of people walking around, I'll just open up the trailer and have people kind of browse things. I'm not going to throw everything out there. Again, not the most efficient. I'm probably going to lose money tomorrow, but I have a nice little dry area to hang out in if I'm going out there anyway. And we got a work truck and a full trailer. So I'm going to move some boxes around, get all this stuff tied down and strapped down, and then I think I'm still probably going to try and fire up Frankenstein. Take that for a quick little ride, and then ride it back up here, turn it around, and put that in that trailer as well. So we'll see what this looks like when it's all done. Oh, this thing has not started in quite a while. Oh shit, I left the gas on again. Maybe that wasn't too bad. Come on. Hey! Way easier than I thought. And idle. See if I can find a screw and fix this headlight switch. I lost the screw for that wire. But Frankenstein's running like a top. 3 kicks after sitting for however long. I'll take that all day. Oh, I made it back home. I got the rig set up. Primer side's on the other side, obviously, being the passenger, but we got the trailer loaded. It's probably gonna rain tomorrow. And it is what it is, but dry spot to hang out. Fresh case of sodas, some ice. We are good to go. Lawn chairs, all the typical swap meet things, and then all I gotta do is wake up and drag myself out there and hope that the rain forecast is wrong. So tires are topped off on the trailer. We are good to go. And then once the truck's done, and at some point maybe this winter, I'll start messing around with logo designs for the trailer and all of that. But really nice pulling the trailer with the big truck as opposed to her car or the van. Power steering and a trailer is awesome. So kind of an oddball, quick little update video on that. I do apologize. I had another video that I filmed. My Rode mics messed up somehow and unsynced where they would turn on and it just didn't queue up together. It's the first time I've had that issue. Got that resolved. Not using a mic now, but got that resolved, and I had to waste like 2 days of footage on the truck. So if you're here for Harley stuff, doesn't matter. If you're here for truck stuff, I apologize. We're missing a whole giant segment, and normally I try and do a time lapse and type out everything. I just don't have time. So I just scrapped that whole segment, but truck is in primer-ish. And at least the base coat for the next handful of days. Now I don't have to worry about it as much, and then we'll be digging into the rockers, and then maybe we'll put the swap meet stuff depending on how much footage I get. I'm guessing it's gonna be dead slow, so odds are whatever I get from the swap meet will end up at the tail end of this video. If not, we'll catch you on the next one. Well, it's swap meet morning, so it's dry for now. Definitely running a little bit slower. I usually try and get there early, like right as the sun's coming up, but I forgot to grab some tables yesterday, so I just ran back to the shop, had to clear off space and grab 2 tables. I still forgot to bring tarps, and it's still supposed to rain in about a half hour, so hopefully I can get out there and get some stuff unloaded. I don't know if I'm gonna be pulling all the boxes out. It's really gonna depend on the weather, but I will throw Frankenstein out there. Had to grab the title for that and some other miscellaneous stuff, but we'll see. I know they're calling 50-60%. It actually looks better on the viewfinder of this than it does in real life, but we'll see what happens. Second to last swap meet of the year for WALNECK'S. They got one more in October. That's usually the bigger one. This one was supposed to be in August, but it got pushed, so one extra one, and then worst case, if it's downpouring, I'll just hang out in the trailer and drink some sodas, hang out, and then go through some boxes, and then really going to be limiting what I put out today just because the weather, you know, it is what it is. Can't control that, so we'll update you guys when we get out there. Well, just got to the swap. It is dead as expected, so grabbed a front corner spot and kind of see what happens, see how long this lasts with the rain. Went with the down and dirty setup, just threw out the stuff that can get rained on, except that shovelhead frame. That's going to be another blast job for me once it gets wet, but it's quick and easy. There are a couple shirts on the table over there, really thrown together. I'm Frankenstein, ready to go home with somebody else. Title's in the car. But it's dead. And we got more rain coming.
I signed my name on a dotted line, and it was good, good, good. The cows got milked at supper time, and it was good, good, good. The moon twinkled high in the southern sky, and it was good, good, good. Now the honeymoon's over, it just up and died, but it was good, good, good. All the good times and the bad, the best times I ever had. The choice between happy and sad, all the good times and the bad, bad, bad. Morning dust cooed on the power lines, and it was good, good, good. I was chewing on a straw, just passing my time, and it was good, good, good. She was way past good, she was really fine, and it was good, good, good. But she lost the grip on the hands of time, but it was good, good, good. All the good times and the bad, the best times I ever had. The choice between happy and sad, all the good times and the bad, bad, bad. Caught up in the moment we tied the knot, it was good, good, good. Well, she stuck like a donut in the bottom of my gut, and it was good, good, good.
Gonna scare whatever few people are still here away.
It was heavenly bliss, and it was good, good, good. But I passed on her tears and a pausing kiss, and it was good, good, good. All the good times and the bad, the best times I ever had. The choice between happy and sad, all the good times and the bad, bad, bad. Times and the bad, the best times I ever had. The choice between happy and sad, all the good times and the bad, bad, bad.
We're in the trailer because it's still pouring, but despite the rain and the low turnout of people, we're actually doing pretty good today. We sold 6 or 10 Chopper Barn and Wrenching Wrecked shirts, which is awesome. Got a guy interested in the Sportster. He's local. He might hit me up after the swap, and moved a decent amount of just junk that's been living in the trailer. So we'll do a final total at the end when I get back, but at this point I'm soaking wet, and I think it's about time to start slowly wrapping this up. So unfortunately the ramp on the trailer is all wet. I just fired that thing up. Mag fired. I mean, you guys know the bike, but mag fired, and it fired up within 6 kicks in the middle of the downpour with a wet air filter and soaking wet magneto. I feel like that's a pretty solid build. But we'll see what happens with that. I gotta clean up all these oil tanks, pick up some more boxes, strap everything down, and then hopefully I can get home at a reasonable hour. I feel like this is the earliest I've ever packed up, but I'm gonna grab Daddy and grab some breakfast, celebrate, and blow all the money we made. Alrighty, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the time lapse of whatever happened when I had that set up on the trailer, but ended up not being as bad of a day. The rain, as predicted, it's been on and off all day, super patchy, and then downpoured for the last half hour or so. But the Frankenstein still fired up in the middle of a downpour and made it way easier for me to load that up into the trailer. So I have no complaints in that regard. I got a couple of people local that are asking questions on that one. They might be interested. Oddly enough, the guy I bought that Volvo wagon from, Small Worlds, right? He's about 30 minutes from me. Super interested in the Sporty, and I was looking at him and I'm like, why do you look so familiar? I traded him a Volvo that needed work plus cash for my wagon 3-4 years ago. So oddball things. And then I did one quick lap. The only thing I bought today, I behaved. I made one lap at the end. There's 4 vendors left. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's pretty much all we got left. There's 4 people, but I made one lap. I picked up some late Ironhead, early Evo sprocket cover stuff, and then stock Super Glide mid-control brake setup, the one that runs in between the transmission, for 20 bucks. And it was cool. I'm like, oh, you guys take 20, how much you want to pay? I'm like, 20 bucks? Only because we know who you are, because you're famous. I'm like, what? Whatever. It was weird, but it was fun. So, soaking wet. I'm cold. I'm tired. I want to go home, take a hot shower, and then probably rest the rest of the day. It's too rainy to do anything and be productive, but in total, I just tallied up everything with what I spent on that, the $20 I spent and everything else. We're up like 500 bucks today, so despite the rain, despite the absolute deadness of this entire swap, like this is, I've been doing this for several years. This is the slowest one that I have ever done in terms of turnout, and I'm still leaving with 500 in my pocket, so good day, well worth coming out and changing my mind on that, because I was just gonna drive out, but if I'm gonna drive out, I might as well, 1, bring the truck, 2, bring the trailer, since all the parts live in there. So you kind of have to put the trailer to work and force yourself to justify your impulsive purchases. So that's where we're gonna wrap this one up. Just gonna drive home, and I don't know, there's nothing to go through in terms of parts scores or things like that, because I didn't buy anything. 2 little pieces, not that important. But thanks for watching. We will catch you guys on the next. Oh, and anybody that bought a shirt for me today, if you're following the channel or watch any of those, I appreciate your support and buying shirts in person, and it's great to talk to a bunch of people. I ran into a handful of people that said they were at the chopper party. I apologize if I do not remember you, or you watch the channel and expected me to remember. I'm terrible with that, and I was not in the best of mindsets during the chopper party event. So thanks for coming out. Look forward to seeing you guys at the next one. We're gonna wrap this one up. Thank you for coming out, supporting the channel, the shop, whatever else it is we're doing. Appreciate you guys. If you bought a shirt, thank you as well. But in total, ended up being a pretty decent day for how crappy the weather is. Now it's time to take a break. We'll catch you guys on the next one.